What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Transformers Devastation Deluxe Class Bumblebee. Now, as you guys can see, I do have a new review set up. I want to see how this ends up going. I don't know exactly if I'll keep this setup or anything like that, but I think that this feels a lot better in terms of just recording and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, we'll see how this works out. But obviously, this figure is supposed to represent how Bumblebee appeared in the Transformers Devastation video game, a personal fan favorite of mine, and I know a fan favorite amongst fans in general. And obviously, he represents how he looked in that video game. So, when it comes to the box, he does look really, really nice. You can see the Studio Series, you can see the Transformers Devastation, the Bumblebee right there. Obviously, you can also see the very nice artwork as he appeared in his vehicle mode as well as in his robot mode. And then you can see the Transformers in 24 steps. More nice artwork here on the side. A little more nice artwork here on the other side as well. And then finally, your obligatory product shots on the back. Looks really, really great. Can't wait to get this guy out of the box and show you. But overall, when it comes to the packaging, I think Hasbro did a fantastic job as per usual, folks. And so without further ado, alright folks, here we have the Transformers Studio Series Transformers Devastation Deluxe Class Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. And guys, I gotta say, he does represent his character, or the vehicle mode that we saw in the game, very, very well. Now to me, this is obviously a departure from the traditional Volkswagen hatchback that we've seen, but in my opinion, he looks more like a Subaru WRX Impreza Estate, kind of similar to the one, if you guys know the show Top Gear. It's very similar to one that Richard Hammond used in the Top Gear Africa special. I'll put a picture of it on screen right now. But when it comes to this card, that's what this reminds me of. And so when it comes to that, I'm actually pretty happy about that, because at the end of the day, the fact that he's still a small car ends up working out for me, and so that works here. So obviously you do have the weapon storage here on the car. It looks ridiculous, but you do have a 5mm port up there for this gun, which is the unique one, and then you have some side ports on either side, so you can actually plug these guns in with these tabs here. But taking a look at the guns themselves, they look pretty good all around. They have some nice molded in detail. This, I believe, is supposed to represent, excuse me, a gun that appeared in the game, but this looks pretty nice. Nice, sort of very flat gray, but some nice molded in detail. And then these are obviously supposed to represent the guns that he had in G1, and these look really, really nice as well. So there's two of these, so you get access to two of them. But sending this off to the side, taking a look at the actual vehicle mode, it's pretty adorable. It's very Penny Racer, but not at the same time. At the end of the day, this is really, really nice. I really do like it. Feels very compact, feels very nice. What I will say about this figure is, I'm not going to lie to you, this is probably one of the most annoying figures I've handled in terms of transformation, and you'll mainly see why. I unfortunately have a really stupid QC issue with mine, and I wonder if other people have the same. I haven't quite seen it yet, but at the end of the day, yeah. I'll tell you this right away. This vehicle mode also reminds me of the Classics Bumblebee from like '05 or '08. I think I'll put a picture of it on screen. Basically the same vehicle mode, sort of downscaled, and I can't complain about that. Again, it looks really, really good. You can see the nice headlights here. A nice grill painted in that silver. You can see the very nice cell shading here on the windshield as well. That looks pretty good. See the nice painted windows. I like how all of them are painted. The nice taillights as well. Obviously has a really big exhaust port back here. Here kind of reminds me of the new Toyota GR Corolla. But at the end of the day, it's not quite the same, but because that has three exhaust ports, 1, 2, 3, I believe. Or I think it's 3 in the center. I can't exactly. I think it actually might be 3 in the center. But regardless, does look really nice. The wheels are painted. He actually rolls pretty well all around. So again, no major complaints here when it comes to the vehicle mode. Again, you can see the nice Autobot logo there. I didn't bother to mention that, so I apologize for that. But can't really complain too much about this. So when it comes to his vehicle mode, pretty solid all around. I have no major complaints about that. So what we're going to do, set this guy up to the side here. We're going to do some size comparisons. Alrighty folks, now one figure I'd like to talk about when it comes to this figure is obviously a lot of people are comparing it to this guy, the Transformers Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Bumblebee. And a lot of people are saying that this is going to be replacing their Bumblebee, and I can definitely see why, particularly in his robot mode. In my opinion, he is kind of just better all around, and we'll see that when we get into his robot mode. But when it comes to his vehicle mode, obviously the SS86 one represents his actual, vehicle mode in the cartoon much better than it did, much better than the Devastation one, but obviously they're representing two different continuities. But at the end of the day, if honestly they gave us a Studio Series 86 Bumblebee with the Devastation vehicle mode, I wouldn't necessarily be mad, because the robot mode is really, really good. But this is how they look next to each other. They're nearly the same size. The Devastation one, I believe, is slightly longer in his vehicle mode. But yeah, you can see that right here. Here he is with the Transformers Legacy United Infernac Universe Deluxe Class Magnus. And finally, because we're talking about Studio Series 86, here he is with the Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime, and these two look really, really good together. I can't deny that. Alrighty guys, it's time to get into his transformation, and this is where I'm having a lot of trouble with this figure. Don't get me wrong, it's a very nice transformation. It's actually pretty cool, and actually rather in-depth considering how small he is. But at the end of the day, we have one big QC issue that really sucks for me with this figure, but we'll see if it happens as I transform this thing. So what I like to do first is I like to come here to the back, and I like to flip these up. Then you can take what will become the arms and sort of straighten them out. Then you can take this section and you can fold this up like so. Sort of start to untab this a little bit and get it loose. Then you can take what will become the legs and unloosen them as well. Then from here you can sort of bring this all the way down, and then we'll do the legs right away. So you want to split the legs, and for each individual leg, what I like to do is sort of take this section, lift it up a little bit, pull this section back, and then you can rotate these, and these will become his knee pads. And then these will just tab. You can see those two little tabs right there, those black tabs. These will just tab in like so, and then you can start to accordion this down. Now these legs are accordioned in, so what you want to do is pull them out, accordion them down, and then they have several joints in there. You can see that right there. What you want to do is bend it at this joint like this, and then you want it to sort of recompress. This part always is annoying to me because my joints in my figure are particularly tight. Now you want to compress it like that so that these two little pins are like that. And then what you can do, pull this down, fold the wheel down, then fold this in. And then you want to do the same to the other side. So again, I'll try my best here. So lift this up a little bit, and then you want to pull this down. And then you want to, again, accordion this up and then tab that into place. And then take these legs and accordion them down, pull them out like this, and then see if we can get this section here to do that. Like it did on the other side. There, like that. You can see it like that. And then from here, you're going to fold the wheel down, then fold that on the back, and then you have his legs essentially transformed. Now here at the top, this is where it gets a little bit dicey. You sort of want to fold this down, and then what you want to do, you want to split the arms and start to fold them out a little bit. Then you want to take this entire section and you want to start to pull it back. And as you do that, fold these up. You want to pull this all the way down like this, and then that allows you to fold the chest all the way down. Take the head, and then you can then fold this. And there's the QC issue with mine. So very unfortunate. You're going to fold this up. You have to fold that part up as well, like that. There we go. Oh, my apologies. You want to keep it like this. My apologies. I don't know why I kept doing that. Fold it like that there, and then this will tab in, and then you can take this head and then rotate it around. What I was showing you here was this part in my particular. This is just on a friction peg. It pegs right here, like so. This is super, super, super loose on mine, like ridiculously loose on mine, and that's really unfortunate because it actually makes the transformation process for this guy very frustrating. It got to a point where I was cramping my hands because of how annoying this was. But from here, what you can do is you can push these arms up like so, like this, and then you'll see that there are two little tabs, yellow tabs. You want to fold these sections in, and then you want to tab them, and you can see those two little holes right there. You can then just tab that into place, straighten this all out, rotate the arms all the way around, and then fold the fists out. And straighten the head too as well. Just make sure it's up like that. Again, rotate this down, fold the hand out. And well, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Transformers Studio Series Transformers Devastation Deluxe Class Bumblebee in his absolutely fantastic looking robot mode. And so guys, we're just going to put him off to the side here and throw a picture on screen right here of how he actually looked. Like, look how he looks. It is so, so good. It's a really nice, twist on the G1 aesthetic at the end of the day. It, takes the G1 aesthetic for the most part, but then does a little spin on it, and I'm really, really happy with how this guy looks, because he represents how he appeared in the game very, very well, including his vehicle mode. And so at the end of the day, this is a fantastic looking Bumblebee. And what I'm going to say about this, it looks better than the SS86 one. Like, it genuinely just looks better, in my opinion, all around. And so, we'll obviously bring that guy in when we do the comparisons, but taking a look at the details here, you can obviously see the very nice head sculpt. I think it just looks better. It's a little more round, which I can appreciate. I really do like that. The nice blue for the eyes, the nice sculpting, the very nice little smirk that he's got on there, the nice Autobot logo, obviously. Looks very smooth all around. Just looks really, really good. I mean, sure, his backpack is the worst part about him, but it represents how he appeared in the game very, very well as well. And so at the end of the day, this this looks really, really solid. Sure, he has a backpack, but again, I don't know, it's not that bad at all. Overall, he just looks really, really clean. He doesn't really have any hollow spots besides this part. I wish that there was something here to cover this up in the arm, but for the most part, as you can see, this is just really, really nice. And in his robot mode, he feels really good to handle, because once you have this secured, it doesn't really come off anymore. It's just during the transformation that makes this guy frustrating. So overall, looks really, really good in his robot mode. Represents how he appeared in the game, and honestly, represents how he appeared in the 80s cartoon and in the 86 movie very, very well. So what we're going to do, set this guy up to the side here. We're going to do some size comparisons. Alrighty guys, I made the mistake before, but first off, we're going to do this right here. Here he is with the Transformers Legacy United Infernac Universe Deluxe Class Magnius. As you can see, he's a little bit of a shorter Deluxe, but being a mini-bot, is that really a surprise at this point? And here's the comparison everyone was waiting for. Here he is with the Transformers Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Bumblebee. As you can see, I don't know, man. I just feel like this new Bumblebee just looks more complete. He just looks better all around. The head sculpt, the way that his body is, the shape of his forearms. He just looks smoother, cleaner, and I'm honestly thinking to do the same to replace my Series 86 Bumblebee with this guy. The only thing that's holding me back right now is the fact that the transformation for this guy is more frustrating, but that's mainly because of the QC issue I have. I really hope if you guys had that same issue, if you leave it in the comments, I'd love to hear if you do, because that really sucks for me. I haven't, again, seen it really online all that much, so would love to hear that if you had that same QC issue. But give me your thoughts. What do you think about Studio Series 86 versus this one? I really do like how the robot mode looks in this new Devastation one, though, like a lot. And then finally, folks, here he is with the Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime, and I gotta say, these two also look really, really good together. Again, I just think he does look a little more complete. Sure, he's a little bit taller, but at the end of the day, I don't really mind that. Again, I think he just looks really, really good alongside his partner in crime, Optimus Prime. Alrighty, folks, time to get into his articulation. And so for his articulation, it's really good. So he's got a ball joint at the head, but you can do like the giggity goo thing with this guy. Full 360, you can look up really far, you can look down really, really far as well. Shoulders are a full 360, you can go out, you can go in, 90 degree at the elbow, rotation the upper part at the elbow as well, with the upper part of the arm there. Full 360 at the waist, which is really, really good. Then you can kick forward, you can kick back about that far, a little more than 90 at the knee, rotation of the upper part of the thigh, and then it's a nice ankle rocker pivot. So what's so cool is you can just do this pose so easily. Look at that. That pose is so easy for this guy. Like, that's just really, really cool that you can do that so easily. And obviously, I didn't show that yet, but you can obviously just plug the guns into his hands like this. So at the end of the day, that's just really, really cool that pose is so easy for this figure to do, and I really, really love how this guy's articulated. He just feels really, really good to mess around and move with, and I apologize for slamming the camera there. But yeah, overall, when it comes to this figure and how he feels for articulation, he feels really, really good. Obviously, you can also store the gun on the back because that's where the top of the car is, but it just looks really goofy. Alrighty guys, time for his reverse transformation, and this is... Again, it's a little frustrating because of the QC with his back. So what we're going to do here is we're going to remove the gun. We are going to do his legs first. So what I like to do, well, you can do his arms. I like to just fold the fists in. Do that very simply like so. Then from here, what we can do is you can sort of lift these up a little bit. Just get them away from the body. Then you can rotate the wheels back out on both sides. Then for one leg, you can rotate this up, then sort of rotate this all the way around, like very, very close. Then as you're getting here, then you can start to collapse this right there like that, and then do the same thing here. So again, fold this, lift this up a little bit just to get some clearance. Fold this all the way up, then accordion this like so. And then plug that in. Then from here, what you can do, you can take these sections and then you can accordion them down like so, and then compress the legs like so. So you have to pull these joints for me in particular are really tight. It's quite annoying actually. There we go. Then you can do that, and then you can plug these together, and we can leave this here. Then from here, I like to rotate the arms up like so. Then what you can do is you can essentially take the head, you can fold this back. What I like to do is compress the head right there, then start to rotate it back, then take this section, fold it back, and then rotate these sections out, and then fold the head all the way down. Then from here, we can take this section, you can start to fold the arms down like this, start to rotate this up and then rotate this down. And this clearance is so awkward to get because I'm trying to not break it. So you want to fold this up, and then you can fold this up like so, and just keep it like this for now, just to get everything out of the way. Fold the arms and rotate them all the way around like this. Then you want to rotate the forearms, and then these will peg together. You can see those pegs right there. They'll just peg together like so. Then from here, what we're going to do is you're going to sort of bend them like so, and then compress this entire section like so. Then what we'll do here, compress the top, and then you can essentially take these sections. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. Fold that down. Then you'll see that there are 2 tab holes on either side of those, and then there are these 2 little tabs here. Want to tab all that into place like so. Push it all together. Take the section, fold it down like this. Make sure everything is pushed together. And well, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Transformers Studio Series Devastation Deluxe Class Bumblebee back in his vehicle mode. And so guys, for my final and concluding thoughts on the Transformers Studio Series Transformers Devastation Deluxe Class Bumblebee, this guy is a really solid figure. My main issue with this figure for me is the transformations both to and from vehicle mode and robot mode. The reason is because I have a QC issue on mine, and it really sucks because when I got this figure out of the box, my first impression was not that good because that QC issue was making learning the transformation really difficult and really annoying. At the end of the day, this doesn't make or break the figure, but certainly watch out when you decide to buy this figure. Overall, though, when it comes to the positives, the vehicle mode looks really good, feels solid, and rolls really well, and is nicely painted. Weapon mode storage is leh, but with Transformers vehicle mode storage, you can just expect that that's the case. The other thing, too, when it comes to his transformation, although that the actual act of doing it is annoying because of the QC issue, the actual transformation itself is really intuitive, and it's not really hard or frustrating, just annoying when you have that QC issue, but the transformation itself, if you remove that QC issue, is actually really good. Then you get to the robot mode, and this is where this figure shines. He looks absolutely fantastic. He's a little taller than the SS86 one, but the head sculpt is to die for. It's really nicely painted, really nicely sculpted. He just looks really clean, and sure, he has a little bit of a backpack, but I don't really care all that much, I'll be honest with you, and I don't think it really takes away from this figure whatsoever. And in addition to that, his articulation is simply amazing. He's really nicely articulated. You can get him into so many really good poses. Just overall, really nice. And in addition to that, accessories are also nice as well. So, overall, out of a 10, I'm going to give this guy an 8. And I would recommend him. It's just for the full price, especially with the increase in here in the US. I maybe wouldn't necessarily recommend him outright for the full 27. Maybe wait for a sale where he comes down 10, because remember, this guy is an A-level figure, so at the very least, there will be plenty of these available. In fact, I just saw a bunch of them at my Walmart yesterday, so definitely take a look at your local retailers if you're hunting this guy IRL. But I did pick mine up at Hasbro Pulse, so definitely link in the description to that. Also, leave a link down below to Amazon if I can find this guy on Amazon as well. But definitely, like I said before, look at your local retailers. Again, I saw this guy at Walmart literally 2 days ago. From when I'm recording this, I bought this guy online at Hasbro Pulse literally a few days ago, and then all of a sudden he pops up at Walmart. So at the end of the day, definitely look at your local retailers, and wish you the best of luck and happy hunting if you decide to go like that. So that's really it for the review, though. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video review, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.